Project 95. Yeah, give me a minute. I'm fast forwarding my tape. Um, I mentioned this. I think I mentioned it with Romans in the Fall Tour Forum, but it's funny how few set one tapes I have, relatively speaking. Um, it's just funny to me that it was always like the first set's the warm up. The second set's always better than the first set. So if you're getting tapes, a lot of times, unless there was a particularly remarkable version of something in the first set, I would just get second sets. This is case in point. I think I got this tape just because it was the last tape or the last show of the fall tour proper. But yeah, I gotta fast forward it. So, December 17th, 1995, we're back at Olympic Center in Lake Placid, and this is it. It's bittersweet. We still have the New Year's run. I'll be doing. I included those in Project 95, so I will definitely be back for that, and I'll be posting stuff in the interim. But tonight was, again, I mentioned this yesterday. Tonight was just, it wasn't great for me. You know what? There we go. I'm going to say I was as sick as I've ever been in my life. Outside of like chicken pox or some shit. But who cares about chicken pox? You're 8 and you're at home and you're watching cartoons and eating soup, right? Just being, and I guess I'm lucky and thankful like that this didn't happen at all during the whole tour, like until the last 2 nights. Like it would have been miserable driving through, the Rocky Mountains, like on my deathbed. So I was so sick and just staggering around. So I must not have been any fun either. And I'm going to talk to Riley tonight and get his sort of his take on the whole experience, because I couldn't help him with Consalvo. I couldn't help him like just be a buffer. So it was just brutal. But the day was spent. See, this is the case in point. We were debating whether this happened last night or tonight. I think it was today because we had all day to kill before the show. Anyway, Lake Placid is crawling with wooks and everything. And any place that sold food was just mobbed. Like you could barely get in the door, like anywhere. And we were looking for lunch, I think. Maybe it was dinner, whatever it was. We were looking for food. It probably was dinner time because we were doing something else all day, and I'll get to that in a second. We end up going into this pizza place, and it is like you're like going like this to get around, and you're standing. There's like 10 deep waiting for a table to open up. There's nobody really like in charge of it. It's a pizza place. It's not a restaurant. There's no like, host or hostess or maitre d', or concierge. There's none of that. So it's just every man for himself. So we must have stood in this just pack of people for an hour before we weaseled our way to a table. And we ordered a pizza, and it they were understaffed. It was this perfect storm for us to basically just steal the food. We just a dine and dash. Riley's only dine and dash of his life. It wasn't even, we didn't even dash. That's the thing. It wasn't like we're like, all right, ready, go. It was just like we were sitting there. We wanted to pay, but it was so crowded, and people, like, no one was like helping us really. And we were just like, I was like, should we just go? And we just like wormed our way through this crowd, and I mean, they were none the wiser, I'm assuming. I wonder how many people did that day. Like, there was just, I mean, I guess we could have left money on the table, but that would have gotten scooped up by some scumbag, I'm sure, quickly. Says the guy who just, calling people scumbags who take money off the table after just walking out on a bill from a pizza place. I mean, it was probably $20 or something. I don't know what it was, but we definitely were like, should we just, it like, that's what I mean. It wasn't like, ooh, sneaky or devious. It wasn't evil in any way. It was just like very matter of fact, very just like, should we just, what do you think? Just go. So we just went, but that's right. I think this is the right order. We went to dinner. It was probably like 5, because we had spent the entire day looking for a gift to give to Connie, sort of just out of appreciation so we were, Lake Placid's all little shops and knick-knackeries and things like that. So that was the goal for the day, was get something for Connie as a thank you gift. And what there is no head of tour security thank you section in any of these stores in Lake Placid. So we were like, what do I even get her, and I don't even know what was in the running. Like, I know what we ended up getting her, and looking back, it was just infantile. We ended up getting her like a plush stuffed moose, and probably had a fucking tuxedo on or some shit. I don't know why that. Because I don't know, like, what is the gift? It's there. I should have just given her money or something, but I probably didn't have any of that. So we scoured Lake Placid looking for, like, it was one of those things where I'm like, when I see it, I'll know what it, when I see the perfect thing to get her, I'll know it. So let's just go to different places and see what they have. I don't think I saw it. Because we ended up getting her this stuffed moose, and I guess it was cute. I don't know. She was probably like, thanks. And I got a card, and I wrote her a nice thank you note in that. So that's how we spent most of the day. And I think the pizza was our reward for, hey, we found the gift. Now you know, let's let's celebrate. And it says, you can see in the notes, pre-show moouse. That's moose. It means we got a moose, because it's a long story, and it involves Ed and his stuffed animals. We had a Robin. Ed had a teddy bear named Robin Fancy Bear, and then he had clothes that you could put on him, and then he had like a Crocodile Dundee outfit, like an Outback guy, and he would go around saying, "G'day, mate, I'm Crocodile Dundee Bear." Like Ed would do this. And then I think we had a moose too, or someone had a moose. I don't know. This is exhausting. And that was in tandem with Crocodile Dundee Bear was Crocodile Dundee Moouse. So this was then the pre-show Moouse. Yeah. We're all better for having heard that part. All right, how about this Phish show? Huh? Right? This little two-nighter to close it out, I think they love playing this room. I think they love it. Because as I said yesterday, they went back and opened the fall of '96 there. And they came in hot. What did Connie think of the moose? I mean, she was gracious. She wasn't like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I don't think she gets many gifts on tours. So I think it was if there's been a case of where there's been more of a case of it's the thought that counts, I'd love to hear it. So anyway, the whole show was just had this different feel because it was the last one, and they did Hood in the second set, and I kind of got misty thinking about how far I'd come, right? I mentioned, the first night of driving, and my confrontation with the city of Chicago, my existential my existential confrontation with the city of Chicago, and how much I'd seen, how far I'd traveled, like all this stuff. And, these last couple weeks just been with my dear friends, and I got to share it with them and the new people that I got. It was just, and Hood will do it to me every time. Just get me misty, tearing up. Even without all that, it does it. It's just so good. So yeah, there was a lot of that for me. And I knew that after the New Year's run, I was going to have to come back to earth, basically. Go back to school, start my life, basically. So this was certainly a benchmark. But anyway, my friend, Poor Heart, Day in the Life in the 3-hole. Interesting. Then a mid first set Antelope, 3-point Antelope. Um, oh, you know what's the worst? It's just happened right now. This is the worst. See, this is my tape. See this? Hood, dot, 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 tape flip, hood. Just brutal. Because you miss. I mean, even the best taper can't. You're going to miss a section of hood, especially when it's hood. Sometimes you're like, who cares? The old tape flip strikes again. Yeah, this Antelope Rager. Antelope Mango tube is so nice, right? And a 3-point tube. So again, specifically, I don't remember these like I can remember a lot of these shows and songs and jams and things like that. Again, I was just gutting this out and praying for death to take me away. And then they Stash Lizards chalked it. I mean, did you hear what I just said about this first set? Mife, Poor Heart, Day in the Life, Antelope, Mango, Tube, Stash, Lizards, Chalk Dust. Is there a dud in there? No. So even if they played just standard versions of those songs, that's an incredible first set. I'm in the middle of this hood right now after the post tape flip. Didn't miss too much, but I mean, it's just, I can't with hood, man. It's just, it might be becoming my favorite song. Reba is my favorite song of all time. Any band, any music ever. But hood might be taking it over after this Project 95. Second set, they open with Bouncin', Maze, Free, 2001, Hood, Sparkle, Tweezer, Page. I wrote Page. And he did take a solo. It's actually on Fishnet. It says, there's a footnote. Page soloed between Tweezer and Tweezer Reprise. So it's interesting that we sort of mind melded on that one. Tweezer Reprise closes it, and then the encore's Ragtime Gal and Runaway Jim in the encore spot. I thought it was weird, interesting, whatevering that they didn't do a Lake Placid song. Like, I don't know what it would have been, but like they didn't do like a song about ski jumps. You know what I mean? Like they'll often do like a little nod to the venue or the city or whatever, especially in places like Placid. Unless I just missed it. But I don't think I did. So it was beautiful. The show was beautiful. The ride home was not. So the sled was on its last legs apparently, but I was so gassed, like I didn't even drive. Riley drove. And I had, my bed folded down in the back. For this I did. Like when we drove up, it was me and Riley and Consalvo was in the back seat. But I was so gassed. I'm like, I can't drive. And that's unlike me. So I put the bed down. I'm like, Riley, get us home. Like, please get us home. So I'm in and out of consciousness, like the whole ride home. And when I'm in consciousness, I'm hearing harmonica and Riley, just, Riley's some banter back and forth, or he's yelling something back at me, and I'm in and out. When I'm out, I'm out. And I wish I had been out the whole time. So as I'm sort of oscillating back and forth between states of being, I hear Riley starts saying, "We're out of gas," or the car started to die. I don't even remember what it was. But I was like, I'm dreaming. Like, I'm in this fever dream, maybe. So I went back to sleep. And then Riley's like, oh. And he's going to have to fill me in on this. Because, again, I was so out of it. I want to say he stopped at some old man's house and asked and got gas. I remember stopping at some old man's house for, I don't even know, to call. So I don't even know what was happening. When I woke up, the car was toast, and we were in like Watertown, and we were like, we had to find, the car wasn't going to make it. We had to get a motel, another M hotel, not an H hotel. And we pull in his motel, sorry. And we're just like, we called it. Like, I'm out. This is it. This car needs to be fixed. I can't do anything now. It's probably like 2 a.m. And this is like a motel. Like, there's a manager like working, and he lives there, right? So we had to go in. We had to get a room. None of us had money. Psych. Consalvo had like $300 in his fucking sock. But I ended up charging the room. It was like $40 or something. And then we get in this room, and then, like the next day, Consalvo's like, oh, I had like $300. I'm like, what? So, I mean, I have very little recollection of this, but the next day, I called a garage. Somebody came out, towed me in the car to their place, while Consalvo and Riley sat in this motel room. I can only imagine. For hours till the car was fixed. And then we finally got it fixed. I don't remember what it was. I'd have to really think about it. What the problem with the car was. Radiator? I don't know. So finally it's fixed. I go back. I pick them up. I'm feeling better-ish. I think I drove the rest of the way this was like Watertown, back to Cuse. And then I had to get home because I probably had a pool table to install. So, yeah. Riley will have more, I hope, have more details about that night. I'm kind of glad I don't. So, that's it. That's fall 95, man. Keep coming back. There's tons of if you probably haven't seen all of them, so you can start from the beginning. You can jump around. I'll have stuff, but for the next couple weeks between now and New Year's, good stuff, and then I'll have the final 4 shows of 95. So I'll see you around.